Alright, so to start things off, I've got a hot pan to which I'm adding some bear fat. And then I'm going to brown this venison stewing meat in the bear fat. And once it's nice and brown, I'll be able to add it to the soup broth. The soup broth is bone broth from bear bones. Okay, these have mostly browned on high heat. So I'm going to take them off the element and now I'm going to go deal with the broth. Okay, here is a little bit of hot bare bone stock, and that's going to be the base for my venison stew. What we want to do, see all my nice mushrooms in the background over here. We're going to filter that stock into a little soup pot here, and I'm just using a coffee filter inside of a strainer. Pour it through hot. Oh, it's going through pretty slow. Just draining really slowly, so we'll let that sit. This filter sort of stalled out on me, so I'm going to try and just put a filter in my funnel and pour it over. It's going a bit better through this fresh filter. Alright, I'm going to try something. I'm just going to poke a little hole in the bottom. Just so that most of the broth, even the fine particles, can go through, but some of those little chunks stay behind. And we'll just let that drain out. Alright, so we'll add the venison chunks into this broth. It's a little bit splashy. That's alright. And then just move it over to this smaller element to cook, and we're just going to simmer that on low for a while, maybe an hour, and I'm going to go dive into the freezer and see what I've got for greens. Well, maybe instead of going to the vegetable kingdom, we'll go to the fungi kingdom, and we'll put a little bit of sweet fern in here as a spice, and some of these guys, which are winter chanterelles. They'll soak up a fair bit of liquid too. Just crush them up a bit. We'll get this simmering. Here's some of my Jerusalem artichokes that I dried as chips. So I want to try some of those simmered in there too. I haven't eaten these guys yet. Well, let's see what we're getting into here. There's the venison. That's good. The broth is really good. It's very rich. This is the Jerusalem artichoke. That's got a drip. This is what I'm really interested in. So it's just been simmering in the stew. Oh, it just went to mush. So it was holding its shape in the stew, but as soon as I put any pressure on it, it just fell apart. There's another one here. Focus on the spoon, not on my face. They're sort of slightly sweet. Rich broth. Good stew meat. It's a bigwildyear meal. More to come.